Welcome to Tradinglounge and Bitcoin. This is our first video on this product, Bitcoin. So I want to say a few things here. This is my first count for this, and I will need to do a lot more work on this. I need to get familiar with it. Now, also too, I won't be personally, I won't be trading this personally, but what I will be doing is I will be buying Bitcoin, and I'm going to use a little product. I don't know who's heard of it, but we can start a conversation about it. I've bought a little product, it's cryptocurrency hardware wallet. So it's called Ledger Nano S and Nano X. So that means that they're little electronic equipment that I just plug into my computer and download the Bitcoin onto there, and the other one is a backup for that. So I don't need to leave them on my computer for safety reasons. Also, what I was going to do is buy the Bitcoin, the physical Bitcoin, and I am going to buy it each week. So once a week I will buy perhaps $1,000 worth, and that way I'll dollar cost average my Bitcoin purchasing. So I won't be too concerned about where Bitcoin goes in the short term. So my plan is to look at a 5 to 10 year plan with Bitcoin. That's what I'm doing. So it's important to understand that, because I won't be, I know when you're making videos for fast moving markets like FX, it requires a lot of work. So I really just want to take a step back, and I will drill in as much as I can, and because I need to get familiar with it and so on. But yeah, so don't expect any short-term sort of updates with this. I'll definitely be doing it once a week, and maybe twice or three times a week, depending on my time and also my interest in it as well. So, wow, I really like this particular pattern that we're looking at here. This is typical of a market that's just come on the scene. You know, when you go back and have a look at gold when it was released, and any new penny stock. I mean, I've done a lot of penny stock trading, so I'm familiar with how things begin, and these particular patterns here that we're seeing. So these are just the building blocks of a much larger trend. So, I mean, I can really see this just moving up through the 20,000, the 30,000, and up through to the 50,000. That's kind of where I think this is, and higher. But this is really just the beginning of a trend building here. So there are, as it stands, this is my sort of first count here, with wave 1 here and wave 2 here, then wave 1 here, and this is a corrective wave for wave 2, and it does appear that we've got an impulse wave here. Now I could count that impulse wave differently, and we're also going to have a look at that as well. We could also count this bigger picture here a bit differently as well, and I think it's important that we have a look at both sides of things. Now, this is quite clearly an impulse wave here. This is quite clearly a corrective wave here. So we could look at it. Let me check out what I've done here. Right, okay, so this has got wave 1 up here. I'll just move that over a bit. Wave 2 here, then wave 1 and wave 2 here, and then up for wave 1 and back for 2 here. But also too, when you think about it, all this move down through here can be wave A here, and then an A wave here, a B wave here, and a C wave here to make up a larger B wave here. What that would mean, it would mean that we have a large C wave move to the downside here. That's possible. Once we make a new high here though, because we can count 5 waves up through here, once we make a new wave a new move above this high here, then we can rule out this C wave here. So that's good news, but it's just, you know, it's important to understand like this A, B, and C here, that particular pattern, that's kind of like just this, like this leg in here, for instance, you know. So we could be, you know, down here looking at this move up here, and yet we've still got a 5-wave structure to move down in the bigger picture. So an A, B, C here for the B wave, and then 5 waves down for the C wave, and then we take off. Or we never take off, whatever. But that's lingering there. So that's something that we need to work through. So just be mindful of that. Apart from that, let's go in and have a closer look at this. So just on the daily chart here, it's a pretty easy count up here as wave 1 and 2 here, and wave 3 here, an A wave here, a B wave here, and a C wave here for wave 4, and then up through here. And it's kind of interesting really, because this top of this structure here as an A and a B wave here is really the same as this one here. So to this one here, an A wave here, a B wave here. This doesn't really count as a C wave here. I could count that as corrective. It may count as a C wave, but it counts corrective here. So also too, I don't like to bury my head in the sand and just get married to one particular move. So we need, you know, the trend is really moving up here. So to say that this is 5 waves and we're going to move down, that's fine, and we'll watch that, you know, we'll observe that. The stochastics are kind of suggesting that it's moving up quite sharply here based on that move here, so it can move down. But we also want to know too, if it takes this top out here, we also want to be long from that point. Okay, so yeah, so let's move in. But anyway, this is wave 1 here with an A and a B and a C for wave 2 here. That's what we'd be looking at in that regard. So let me just go to, I can't remember what charts I've been working on, it's been a long morning. So this is another count here. I know having other counts is rather annoying, but I've just got to look at everything, you know, and then I can just eliminate them. So this counts quite nicely as wave 1 here, wave 2 here, and my wave 3 must have had a late night. So wave 3 there, it's possible that we could look at this here, wave 3, as an A and a B and a C wave here, because it does have 5 waves in it, and then look at this as wave 5 here. A little bit short compared to wave 1, but having wave 1 here on this, and then looking at this as wave 2 pullback here, and then looking at this as wave 1 here. I mean, the first thing that jumps out at me here is that this wave 1 here could be 1 larger degree higher, so this is a minor degree. We could go to an intermediate degree here, but that's here nor there. But this is just a count that can also work as well, so we need to be mindful of that, especially if this top gets taken out here. This number here, 11,500, is a medium level. It's halfway between 2 major levels, so the major levels will be 10,000 and 13,000. So we could put that major level in here for this at 13,000. I won't worry about the 10 because it's gone. So the thing is here is that this move down through here, it could be counted as a corrective move down through here in 3 waves. So 5 waves down to here, and then a B wave, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 coming into this space here. So it doesn't, even though we're calling it bearish at the moment coming down from this point here, It doesn't have to be that way. So if it takes out that top there, in fact, we need to have a closer look at this here, how we can go long. This is 12,000 here, so we can just drill. I'll work here just for a moment, then we'll just go to the tick chart here. Because we're above the 61.8% mark from the high to the low there. Not a lot, but it's just one little thing that we need to acknowledge. So, like if it finds support on 12,000, for example, that means that it's finding support on the 61.8%, isn't it? You know, at that point. And I could count this up here too as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. A little bit dodgy for the third. I'll need to pull that apart a little bit. But yeah, look, that's 12,000. If we have the arrival, the reaction, and the first high above the level, and then some type of correction here, then that leaves us with the setup at that point. So even though we're talking about the market going down, we need to make money even if we're wrong. So we need to be long on a tested support of 12,000. When I look across here, just because the market trades above the 12,000, that doesn't mean it's support. It's got to come back and test it and sit on there. So I would have never got trapped on these ones here. We need that first reference point high in here for that. I mean, this is trading stuff, and I didn't particularly want to go in this particular direction, but I can't help myself. But like I said, I won't be trading this with CFDs or anything else. I will just be buying it physically, and I don't really care where I buy it. I'll just buy it every Friday, and whatever pocket money I've got, I'll just buy it at that, and be done with it, and just dollar cost average the whole process. I just think it will be an easier way. You know, you can trade these fast markets until the cows come home, but and you'll get some trends, and you'll make losses, and you'll make this and make that. I just think it's far better off just buying once a week and dollar cost averaging your position. I mean, even if it's $100 a week, you know, whatever it is to you, or 10,000 a week, or whatever it is, but it's a much safer way to go, to take a longer term view of the whole situation. Okay, so I think that's that. There's nothing really to, if I go into the tick chart, I mean, this is the tick chart on 12,000 here, so it's kind of getting its own little sort of support there, I guess, to a point, but we would have had this sitting up here, then we can bring it down to this point here. So this should start to fold down now with 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So we'll get a little ABC back up, retesting highs here, and then dropping again. But look, like I said, if the 12,000 becomes the support, then we need to be long from that point. Well, you need to be long if you're trading it, but yeah, anyway, I'll leave it at that. Let's just go back to the weekly for a moment. So this is what we're looking at here. So buy new highs, or wait, and if that doesn't occur, well, then we'll be looking to track this wave 2 back down through here. And yeah, like for myself, I just don't care. I mean, I'll just be buying each Friday wherever the price is, and that's that for me. So long as you know what I'm doing, and everybody does their own thing, and that's cool. But yeah, I won't be, you know, if we get into a trade, or if I present a trade and it clicks in for some reason, don't expect me to, you know, help you manage that through there. I mean, if you're a client of Tradinglounge, you've got Trade Check there, and I'll definitely you know, check it for you as quick as I can. But it's not going to be like I do the S&P 500, put it that way. Okay, my focus is moving into US stocks, those disruptive, innovative stocks, but I will I want to hold some Bitcoin, so I'll do Bitcoin and also gold as well. But the indices and stocks is where I'm at with this, and of course we have plenty of FX on our site as well, as you know. So, alrighty, enough waffling on. Thanks very much. Cheers.